Hello, good day. Today we're gonna have another screenshot podcast, and this is gonna be about indecent proposal. So imagine having this infatuation with someone else you've met online, your office mate, someone who has this celebrity status, famous, your friend, your best friend. What are you gonna do? Okay, are you gonna break it up and tell him how much you love that guy or how much you admire him or her? Okay, in this age of identity politics, we need to define our gender, our pronoun. Is it he or is she? But that's going to be another story. Okay, so I don't want to get derailed by the topic of genderism or pronoun politics, but let me just talk about this latest issue in the Philippines. I was into my Facebook earlier today, and I got this very amusing issue about indecent proposal. An actor, a little known actor, I don't know who this guy is. I've not been following local pop culture recently, because I was too busy probably, or I was into YouTube ever since the internet. And there's just a story about an actor who made an indecent proposal to um, a known or probably a little known online fitness coach. I don't know, but let's get into this issue later on. So, how are you gonna pop it up? How are you gonna break it up? So, you're really infatuated with this person. You could no longer control your feelings. What are you gonna do? Well, in some cases, in my case, if I were that person, I'd probably run some jokes because, as they say, jokes are half meant. Just like praising that person, probably talking or being flirty with him or her. That's what I'm gonna do. But in this case, this guy, this actor named Alex Diaz, he's talent from Channel 2 or ABS-CBN. He popped the word right out. Okay, indecent proposal. He made the exact word. He said the exact words. Indecent proposal. Like, are you gonna accept an indecent proposal? I mean, that's how direct he is. So, some people who do this because they're so confident. Probably they have the money, they have the looks, they think they have the caliber to make this kind of proposal, and he did it. Okay, without any glow, probably without sugar coating. I'm gonna use that word. He used an indecent proposal to propose something to this coach, the fitness coach, and let's get into this issue, shall we? Okay, so here's a story from ABS-CBN, and because of this, he outed himself involuntarily, or the other guy, the fitness coach, outed Mr. Alex Diaz. That's the name of this talent from ABS-CBN, and he's been in the closet for probably a while. I don't know who this guy is. I've never watched any of his movies, but based on my um, in a few minutes of research, he's into YouTubing, and he's an internet sensation in the Philippines. And because of this indecent proposal, which was in the form of PM or private, messaging, he was outed. And let's just discuss this issue, shall we? And okay, I'm gonna show you the pictures because I've been actually doing some searches on Facebook earlier, and let me just search Miguel Chanco. Okay, Miguel Chanco is the name of the fitness coach. So the story is very simple. Mr. Talent, the actor from ABS-CBN, Alexander Diaz, made a direct indecent proposal to this Miguel Chanco, and that's how the story started. And let me just show the story to you. Okay, I've seen some screenshots earlier, and this guy is really buff. He's a gym buff, and he's been doing this online P2 coaching. I'm not sure if these are his verified or real accounts, but okay, here are the screenshots I've seen online earlier. So there's been like back and forth bashing from supporters of both sides, and okay, here are the screenshots that I've seen earlier. So like I said, Mr. Actor sent these PMs to a Mr. Fitness Coach, okay, to make a decent proposal because he probably wasn't able to control his feelings, okay. So probably so much infatuated with Mr. Buff guy that one day he decided, oh, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna message this guy and make an indecent proposal directly, an indecent proposal. That's how he did it. He should have googled first, okay, how to make an indecent proposal. So I would have done that, if I were Mr. Diaz. How to make an indecent. Okay, I just thought of that, and I'm sure there's gonna be like, an article telling you or teaching us how to make an indecent proposal, and here it is from Friday Magazine. There is indeed, a how-to article about making an indecent proposal. Just Google it, guys. GMG as they say, and mayroon talagang magpapakitang article. So a recent survey has revealed that 1 in 5 engaged married and divorced women. This is definitely an article about making an indecent proposal, and there are a lot of people in this age of hookup culture. Hookup culture is, the culture that accepts or that encourages what I call this consensual or mutual sex encounters or casual sex encounters. So we have this, hookup cultures, and this is enhanced by the technology that we have today, app-based hookup. We have all types of apps that allow um, hooking up with, the other person, whether that be um, straight or bisexual or gay, whatever that is. We have all these technologies these days: Tinder, what else? Grinder, uh, MIRC before, if you're into that, like a few years ago. We've all have this, these hookup apps or platforms that allow us to be engaged and to hook up with whoever we want to hook up. So we have all this proposal topics online, and there's gonna be how to, but I was looking for that. But just Google it if you're in doubt before you go for the juggler, before you decide to PM someone else, because if you're gonna PM someone else and it's not proper, there's gonna be screenshots, okay, and they're gonna post it on social media, on Facebook, like what happened to Mr. Diaz, the actor or talent from ABS-CBN. So here's what he did. Okay, we have his screenshot of his what do you call this? Oh yeah, screenshot of Mr. Lagman Chanco. Lagman Chanco is the fitness coach, online fitness coach, who outed, involuntarily outed the talent Mr. Alexander Diaz from ABS-CBN. So he posted this message. Um, Actually, hindi ko kilala itong taong to, sabi niya. I don't know, but probably let's just get into his real account. I've not. I'm not sure if this is his real account, but probably this is his real account. Okay, let's give it some time then. Okay, he posted some. Okay, this is a guy. What that we're talking about. He's really buff. Looks like fitness coach. He's really got the Okay, it looks like the message or the post was already deleted. I'm not sure, but he's been posting like all of these sassy body pics of him showing his wares, whatever the no, his biceps, his muscle. So he's open for an invitation. We can definitely infer it that way, and that's probably the reason why Mr. Talent from ABS-CBN Talent, Alexander Diaz got the invitation. It's like an unwritten invitation for him to message him. So I'm not seeing the messages or his post or whatever that message I got earlier. So let's go back to the screenshot, shall we? I'm doing this, by the way, um, real time without any script because I hate reading from script. Okay, so let's go back to the screenshot. So I'm not sure if you're able to read it. So according to Mr. Miguel Lagman Chanco, actually hindi ko kilala tong taong to. I doubt you. Ako hindi ko talaga kilala si kung sino tong Alex Diaz. Honest. Mamatay man yung kapitbahay namin. I really don't know who this guy is until now. So, second time na siya nag-message ng ganyan. So, nung una, hinayaan ko lang kasi sayang lang sa oras sa patulan ang mga bastos. So, he called Mr. Diaz Bastos. Kunwari, magpapa-online keto coach daw siya for fat loss. Then, sabay banat ng ganyan. Parang second time na to and ayoko ganyan tingin sa akin ng tao. It costs $0 to treat someone with respect. Kaming mga nasa fitness industry, nagtatrabaho kami ng maayos, we do our best para ma-improve ang health and physique ng clients namin. Huwag nyo gawin sa amin ang ayaw nyo gawin ng iba sa anak nyo, kapatid, o mga pinsan. Pinsan talaga. I mean, could be your friend. Pinsan talaga. I like that. So here's a screenshot of the PM by Mr. Alex. So Alexander MC Diz. Okay, that's a verified account and verified with a blue check mark, as you can see there. And that probably gave Mr. Chanko some pause. Okay, so coach, according to Alexander Diaz, coach, that's the message. Between us, do you accept indecent proposals? He really said it. The bitch said it. Okay, indecent proposal without any filter at all. Why couldn't you just sugarcoat it or be witty sometimes? Be a bit witty. Okay, add some sugar coating to it. If you could not really control your feelings for that person, be creative. Do not go for the jugular. Do not be direct to the point, especially if you can be taken advantage of. And that's what really happened to Mr. Diaz. I'm gonna give uh, fitness coach Chanko the benefit of the doubt that he felt violated, he felt offended, that's how people see him as a fitness coach. That is like, what do you call this? Bayaran for, it's like gay for pay or gay for play, whatever the term is. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. So, okay, so this is the response of Mr. Chanko. No, baka sampaling kita ng pera. And then, sorry, man, basag ako, pasensya na. Sabi ni Mr. Diaz, wala ka talaga respeto. Baka, so yun yung mga screenshots na pinakita dito. Naka LTP sila. So hinangaan ko lang fitness mo, sir. Pasensya na. Coach, my job is on the line. Trabaho ko po yung nakasalalay. Could you please delete it? So I am sorry. I've learned my lesson. So at this point, it appears that Mr. Chanko already posted the screenshots. Okay, it's all posted on his social media. Miguel Chanco. I've tried to get to his. I'm not sure if I got his Miguel Chanco. I'm doing this online, so I'm sorry. I'm just gonna edit it, probably make it a bit shorter. So this is the Miguel Chanco. I'm seeing it here. I'm just checking if I still have the screenshots, the receipts that prove his outing of Mr. Diaz. So he definitely outed Mr. Diaz, and I no longer see all the screenshots on his keto fitness something on Facebook. It's no longer there, but this short, to make this story short, Mr. Alex Diaz realized that he got nabasag siya. Okay, he got outed. That he made the wrong turn. If we're gonna use that word, and he needed to apologize. And here's his verified account. So definitely, Mr. Chanko probably realizes he's talking to a verified Facebook user, and if you're a verified Facebook user, be it on Twitter, if you're on Twitter as well and you're verified, you got the blue mark, then that means that you're someone or something. And then he made all this brouhaha. Okay, he apologized to everybody. Okay, including me and you and his family, of course, and that his job is on the line. He realized that his job is on the line. Really, I'm 16 minutes already on my podcast, so I'm just gonna make it a lot quicker. Instagram, I'm going to release full statement when the time is right. So he released a statement on Instagram, and here's his Instagram account. Let's get there. Open an Instagram on my cell phone, and there you go. That's the number one page. Okay, according to Mr. Alexander CDizZ, thank thank you for the thousands of messages of love and support all over Twitter and my message requests here on Instagram. I'm going to release a full statement when the time is right. For now, I would just like to say sorry and thank you. Why the hell are you gonna say sorry? Okay, here's the thing. Some people are right. They're freaking right to say you're not gonna say sorry. This guy is just honest in making in this proposal, whether you're gonna accept it or not. The thing is, we are all in this hookup culture. Where it's very easy for us now to do hookups, whether we do it personally or online. We have all these apps, the ones I mentioned, Tinder, Grinder, etc. That make it easy, very easy for us to hook up with other people. So I'm not saying that this is already an accepted culture, but um, I'm not defending Mr. Diaz, but he's just being honest to himself. And now that he's been outed, he no longer has any, way out but to accept that he is a bisexual, that he is homosexual, member of the LGBTQIYS something group, and just telling you that there's nothing wrong with what he did. Okay, just being honest to himself. It's just that my take on this is that I don't know who Mr. Miguel Chanco is. I'm not judging him, but it looks like he took advantage of this issue. Okay, he had seen the blue mark, and okay, this might be my chance to shine, and posted all the screenshots online, and boom, it became the issue of the day. It was posted all over the internet, posted by ABS-CBN, Inquirer, all vloggers. The vloggers feasted on this issue, and that's how big it is. But the reason why I'm discussing this is because apart from the fact that we have this hookup culture, Okay, we also have this take advantage culture, this internet age. For example, probably I'm okay. I'm gonna give Mr. Chanko the benefit of the doubt. He's probably overreacting, but remember that girl whose name is let me go back to Facebook. I think her name is Miss Morello. Yeah, Miss Morello. The one on Tulfo, for example. I forgot the name, but he was. This girl was the one who accused the old man in an Egypt in Taguig of trying to molest her. And what happened after that? Because of her overaction, overthinking, he thought that she thought that the old man was trying to harass her, probably inside an Egypt in Taguig, if I'm not mistaken, and that started it all. The old man was gang up on by the girl's family and friends, and when they got to the police station, the poor old man was also beaten up real bad by the girl's Miss Murrell. I forgot her name. Dimple, yeah, the Dimple Murillo case. We have this culture of overreaction as well. We have this culture of hookup culture. We have taking advantage culture, and we also have this overreacting culture. We overreact to issues, and that started some issues. That's gonna open a world of hurt for some people. So, and I've seen the video, the trending video yesterday, and it was all over uh, Facebook. I got like millions of views. But just to share with you, the bad thing about all of these cultures that we have today, and I'm just saying, okay. Let me just get to Twitter, by the way, because there's already this back and forth, what I call this back and forth bashing between the supporters of either or both sides, the side of Mr. Alexander Diaz and the side of Mr. Miguel Chanco, and there are already people bashing Mr. Chanco, taking advantage of this issue when in fact he is in a relationship with a gay man, okay, with a homosexual man. So I don't know what's the truth in this story. We're just people, we people, sitting idly at the side, watching, looking in to this, issue of the day. And as you can see, we have all these alter accounts from people online exposing how hypocritical Mr. Chanko is. Okay, this is supposedly showing that he is in a pay for play relationship with this guy. I don't know, but this is the hookup culture that we have today. Take advantage and hookup culture with all of this combined. We are really in a weird world. So just be very careful who you mess up with. Again, if you are planning to do, if you can no longer control your feelings, okay, then laze it with some jokes. Okay, um, jokes are half meant, as they say. So just probably make some jokes with whoever it is you fall in love with. Sabihin mo, parang ganda mo, gwapo mo, ganun ganun. Pabiro lang, di ba? Hindi yung tipong diretsahan. At timing is a must, okay? Do not do it directly. Like I said very early on, people who do this, who are very direct, are very confident that they're gonna get, the deal that they're asking for, looking for, and you know, for example, people with money, okay, gays with money are very confident to make a direct indecent proposal with the word indecent proposal, okay, because they know they have the money. and they probably gauge, the person's caliber. Oh, this person is gonna bite the bullet. It's gonna bite the bullet. You know, they know that, and the other type of people are really good looking people. They think they're attractive, they're beautiful, they're handsome, they have the physique, they're fit, that they think that they can get whoever they want to get, and that's probably the case of Mr. Alexander Diaz. Okay, he probably thought that I'm beautiful, I'm good looking enough, I'm mature enough, that this guy might be, bisexual as well. We have this culture among, bisexual people or gay people, gay people outing their own, you know, uh, broads, okay, their own peers. They're happy to out other people, and I don't know. I All we can do is speculate. We can only do so much, but speculate that a lot of for example, this one on Twitter, that Miguel Chanco coach is one pretentious FAGGOT, publishing public convo. Yeah, that's one thing. Why would you publish? Well, the reason why he's doing that is because he's using the offense that he felt. He felt offended, therefore I'm gonna publish it. So the I'm offended culture as well. The I'm offended culture. Just because you feel offended, just because you're offended, doesn't give you the right to violate the rights of others. So in some cases, we're gonna discuss this in the future with this genderism or transgenderism or pronoun issues or politics that we have today. So that's the reason why he published it. So when you're gonna search Miguel Chanco's name on Twitter, you're gonna see all this. People exposing Mr. Chanco as a hypocrite. Okay, that he himself is actually a member of the LGBT, but I'm not sure. Okay, so people are going on the side of Mr. Alexander Diaz and turning against Chanco because what he did is improper, indecent as well. So if Mr. Alexander Diaz did an indecent proposal, what Mr. Chanco did is also indecent action or an indecent act. So it's just pare delicto, as they say. Both are at fault. So let's leave this issue as it is. As well, we all know that Mr. Diaz already admitted to his sexuality, to his gender. So let the story end or die natural death. And still, there are there are a lot of people who are still feasting on this, and I'm one of them. But I'm just giving my 2 cents. Okay, so why this happened and what we can do about it. So just be very careful. Whatever you post online, whatever PMs that you send to other people, if you're making an indecent proposal, do not freaking say, I'm gonna make an indecent proposal. Are you gonna accept it? That's not the right way to do it. Be very creative, okay? And okay, there is a guy that people are saying that Mr. Chanko is in a gay relationship with. I'm not sure, but a lot of chismosas are on Twitter. So there you go. Probably I'm not sure how it's gonna affect um Mr. Chanko's career, but I'm gonna predict it from now on, that since we have this gender culture, this acceptability for transgenderism, for pronoun politics, I'm gonna say that it's going to grow instead the career of Mr. Diaz. Okay, it's gonna give him more because it's gonna turn people for him. Okay, it's gonna people are gonna sympathize with him. In my case, I'm trying to Probably I'm probably overanalyzing this, but I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. He did nothing wrong. If the other guy accepted it, so be it. I mean, what's wrong with that? You know, what's wrong is if you're forcing others to do what you want other people to do for you, and that's gonna be bad. So these people are adults, and if they would like to engage in a consensual sexual relationship, whether that relationship be fleeting or long term, it's gonna be up to them. Okay, who are we to judge them? So we're just sitting on the side of the fence, making some gossips and over evaluations of what the hell is going on. And I think it's already like over 30 minutes. I'm gonna end up this vlog, and if you like, please subscribe, like, share, and follow. And this again, Tosum, and have a good one to all of you.